Yeah, welcome. Here we go again.
Entry point.
Here it is. Fosterdamus.
Entry point.
Welcome, Mr. Keenan. Who that?
Entry point. To the entry
Y'all
point.
know me.
Welcome to the entry point. Entry. Welcome to the entry point. Welcome to the entry point.
What's up, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Entry Point, back again. I'm your host, Mr. Keenan. Fosterdamus with me as always. We're freezing it out here, bare nose in the knobs. Got my hoodie up.
Bearing the elements.
Here we come for week 8. We're going to give you a quick rundown of last week, how Fosterdamus did. Let's go ahead and start with the good, Fosterdamus. Poop of the week, killed him. Harry Douglas,
From the Ville.
24.5 points.
Harry.
7 catches, 149 yards, and a TD. Let him know.
Harry Douglas, and you can start him throughout the rest of your season right now. He's the guy there. They're going to double Tony. Anybody that's going to be catching outside of the 5-6 yard line is going to be Harry Douglas. So He's the deep ball threat. He's going to be Matt Ryan's go-to guy, especially with Roddy White still banged up, made out of paper mache.
As far as his other poops went, D'Angelo and Eli, neither one of them really pooped. Kind of missed on those, but that's all right. The constipators list, Trent Richardson, definitely constipated. Probably his most constipated week of the year. 1.7 points, not even 2.
Lost a fumble, Trent. But the Colts win.
Colts got a big W. Everybody knows. Watch out for them Colts, especially in a big game. Big game. Losing Reggie Wayne hurts. I don't think it's going to affect us until the
Josh
playoffs.
Gordon. Let's get him.
Yeah. We don't want Nicks with his stone hands. I don't want Nicks.
We got Hayward Bay already, so we don't need Nicks.
Yeah, we don't need another dropsy. Fred Jackson, he kind of pooped. He went zone, got over 16. Le'Veon Bell, he actually ran pretty well against the Ravens. Didn't get in the zone, but did get double digits in the running game. So that's the rundown from last week. Let's go ahead and get into this week's poops and constipators. Where would you like to start, Mr. Damas?
Let's get in with the constipators. We want to switch it up.
Oh, the constipators. Okay.
Switch it up.
Let's make me turn the page, I guess. So first up on the constipated list, we got Jacquizz Rodgers. He's only projected 6.5 points going up against Arizona, but there's a lot of bye weeks this week and a lot of filler spots. And Jacquizz Rodgers is hot commodity this week. Fosterdamus, don't play him.
Don't play him. He's had a great past 2 weeks, putting up 12 and then 14.5. This is the time and the place where you sit Jacquizz. They're going to struggle against an Arizona defense that is much better than advertised with Patrick Peterson, Honey Badger, Mr. Calais Campbell, and some other guys in there. They're going to struggle. They're going to have to throw the ball a lot, and look for Harry Douglas to have a huge week. Jacquizz, constipated, ate a whole cheese pizza by himself.
Extra cheese. Next up on the constipated list, Mike James.
Who?
He's projected 10 points going up against the Panthers. He's replacing your boy Doug Martin, who has been suffering this year, even if he was healthy. And if you're thinking about filling a spot with Mike James and thinking you're going to do something with him, Fosterdamus says no.
Guys, you have to own these backup running backs. You have to own these guys. But if you have a better option, you've got to play them. The front seven of the Carolina Panthers is in the top 5 in the league right now. These guys can play, absolutely. And Mike James is just a filler. You don't want to play him this week. If you have other options, I understand it's bye weeks, but play anybody. Maybe one of the poops I'm going to give you play over him because he's definitely constipated.
If Doug Martin couldn't run so far this year, what makes you think Mike James is going to?
Exactly.
Right. That's my point on that.
The whole team has that MRSA. What is that? It's nasty.
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what.
Wash your showers out or something.
The only player that's worth playing on that team is V-Jax, and he's seeing like 30 attempts a game. Maybe not that many, but a lot.
He's seeing a lot of balls. V-Jax has actually seen the most passes, I think, thus far this season. Seen the most looks at least.
Well, ever since Glennon has taken over, Vincent Jackson has had more attempts thrown at him than any other wide receiver in the league. So he's a must play.
What's the rookie going to do? You got to chuck it to Vincent. You got to chuck it to him.
He wants a job, so you throw it to the dude. Next up on the list, we're going to give you another running back, and his name goes by Zach Stacy, and he's projected 11.5, but he's going up against that tough Seattle D this week.
Tough Seattle D.
And, St. Louis has nothing else really going for him. They're talking about Tim Tebow. They don't know who they're going to play this week. As far as I know, I don't know who's going to be their QB. But
Somebody that's awful. I think it's Kellen Clemens, actually. Ooh.
Oh, that's right. It is Kellen Clemens. Ouch. That's bad. So why? I mean, of course, Zach Stacy said him.
Well, Zach Stacy, I mean, if you were looking for a running back, this guy actually did put up some numbers last week. He had over 70 yards equivalent and a touchdown, which is nice. You went to 15 to 16 points out of your running backs and your flex guys and your wideouts. Everybody, you want at least that. But not this week, not Mr. Stacy. Like I said, they run into that tough Seattle D, and they're hankering to put a whooping on St. Louis, and they're going to do just that.
That wraps it up for the Constipators. Now we're going to bring you the poops.
Here we go.
They're pooping. First up, we're going to give you another running back. Since we gave you all these constipated running backs, we're going to give you a running back that's going to poop right here. We're going to give you one right here, and his name is Mike Tolbert. He's stealing all these goal line carries. Projected only 6.5, going up against Tampa Bay, and Mike Tolbert's still out there. He's still out there, so definite plug and play.
Plug and play, Mike Tolbert. He's owned in 10% of leagues. Mike Tolbert. Pick him up. This is the worst bye week of the season. Pick up Tolbert, slide him in there. He's going to go for at least 12 fantasy points this week. He's going to save your running back 2 position for you with your guy on bye this week. Tolbert's a nice slide in there, especially because the Panthers are on their way up. 1. 2, they're playing Tampa Bay.
Right.
They're going to be up early and often, and Tolbert will have all that opportunity to get those goal line touches.
And this just in, Fosterdamus is owned in more fantasy leagues than Mike Tolbert, so go get him.
Right.
Next up, we're going to give you a defense that's going to poop, and they go by the name of the Green Bay Packers.
The Cheeseheads.
They've been struggling on defense for the past few years, and projected only 10 points, but going up against a really bad Minnesota team and play them.
Well, exactly. Like, this is plug and play week, the worst bye week. Like I said, we've reiterated this, guys. You pick up the Packers and play them this week. I know at least 5 people personally that could have put up better numbers than Josh Freeman did on Monday. And the thing is, why didn't they give the damn ball to Peterson? I don't know.
12 touches?
13 touches.
Get out of here.
But Josh Freeman attempts over 50 passes, and you got cut by the Bucs. Something's wrong here. So, Packers defense, big poop this week. At least a return touchdown, fumble return, or interception. So that's a good 15 to 20 points for your defense this week.
Bonus poop, Adrian Peterson. He passed 2 times running up against the Packers, has put up over 500 yards. So I'm just saying the dude. They
better give him the damn ball, but I really believe they're going to be down a lot. So it's going to make Freeman throw the ball and ruin everything like he does.
But Peterson loves to run against Green Bay.
Peterson loves to run the ball, period. Give him the damn ball.
Come on, man.
Give him the ball.
AP, man. It's AP. Shit. Sidney Rice next up on the poops list. He's projected only 7 points, but he's going up against St. Louis. He's only 52% owned. Fosterdamus, let him know how many poops is Sidney Rice going to get this week.
Well, I really like Sidney Rice this week, and I'm going to throw it out to 2 poops. Percy may be back this week, which I think will open it up even more for Rice.
Or Golden Tate.
But I really like Rice this week. Percy, I hope he gets back because he's going to be coming through a slot. Going to be a big distraction, whether he's the decoy or not this week, if Harvin's ready to go. I like Sidney Rice for, 6+ receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
Write it down.
Write it.
Now, it's time for your poop of the week.
Ooh, here we go.
It's time for Fosterdamus' Poop of the Week.
Poop of the week.
Take it away.
Wow. Everybody wondered and kind of piddled around about Mr. Jarrett Boykin. As you saw last week, he filled in for Randall Cobb very nicely. I've read an article this week about Mr. Boykin, and Aaron Rodgers said he's the star just waiting in the wings, and now he's got an opportunity to play. This kid last week, 8 receptions, 103 yards and a touchdown, playing that Randall Cobb position. Green Bay didn't lose a whole lot with Cobb. Yeah, it's a name, but this Boykin kid's a heck of an athlete as well, especially with Cobb still being banged up, James Jones questionable. I even think moving forward, poop of the week, he's going to do the same thing he did last year, but moving forward this season, own him because he's going to play that role that Cobb played, which was an every start guy in your lineup this every single week.
All right, so he's projected 12.5. How many is he going to get?
20+. Easy.
20+.
Poop of the week.
Play him. You got to. All right, I'm freezing. Stay tuned for Gusterdamus versus Fosterdamus
Round
Part 2.
2.
And here we go.
Comes the picks.
What's up? What's happening, everybody? Welcome to your favorite segment. We got Gusterdamus back.
Back again.
Going up against Fosterdamus with the picks against the spread. The spread so far, or the record so far, is Fosterdamus 45 wins, 41 losses, and 2 ties. The guest is 43 wins, 43 losses, and 2 ties. Fosterdamus pulled away by 1 game last week over Cadle.
Keep on trucking. Got you, Cadle.
These are the spreads as of Wednesday. Week 8 lines here. We're going to start with the Thursday night game. We got Carolina at Tampa. Tampa's getting 6 points. Gusterdamus lead it off.
I'll go with Carolina with points.
Carolina and the points.
Well, they're a favorite. They don't get any points.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Carolina.
Yeah. Carolina,
Yeah.
easy one.
San Francisco at Jacksonville. San Francisco is minus 16.5.
12.5. Yeah.
Oh, I got 16.5 here.
16.5? Woo!
Is that what you wrote, Damas?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, give me San Francisco.
You're going to take San Francisco and all them points.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Getting 16.5, I would too almost, but nope. I got to win this week.
All right, we got Dallas at Detroit. The Lions are minus 3. Gus, it's your turn. Let's go, Gusterdamus.
Who is it? Lions?
Dallas at the Lions. Lions are minus 3.
That means Dallas is going to win
No,
plus 3.
yeah.
I'm going to go with Detroit.
Going with Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me Detroit as well.
That made no sense.
Give me
Gusterdamus.
Detroit minus the 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, get them going for good.
All right, we're starting a little rough start here, folks, but we're going to keep it moving. New York Giants at Philly. Philly is a 5.5-point favorite. Fosterdamus, let's go.
Lock of the week. Vic's back. Take Philly. The Giants suck.
I'm going to go with Giants.
Still on that Eli bandwagon?
I mean, they got their first win last week.
Cleveland at Kansas City. Kansas City is a 7.5-point favorite, undefeated, going against another less than 500 team. Gusterdamus, let's go.
What are the points?
7.5.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Cleveland at Kansas City. Kansas City's minus 7.5. I know you're taking Kansas City anyways.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Jason Campbell starting.
Yeah, Jason Campbell starting.
Chiefs.
Buffalo at New Orleans. New Orleans is minus 12. Let's go, Fosterdamus.
Know your clap.
Make that know your clap.
Take them.
Andy. Just joking. Just joking.
Buffalo at New Orleans.
New Orleans, man.
Oh, wow. This is why it's your favorite segment, folks. Miami at New England. New England is 6.5-point favorite. Gusterdamus.
New England.
New England, easy.
Bunch of the same picks here, guys. So these are locks, every one of them. New York Jets at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 6.5-point favorite. Gusterdamus, you're up.
Cincinnati.
Taking it home.
Jets, Jets, getting the points.
All right, there's a little different. Pittsburgh at Oakland. Oakland, the home dog. Pittsburgh is a 2.5-point favorite. Let's go, Fosterdamus.
Give me the Oakland Raiders.
Raiders.
All right. Washington at Denver. Denver is a 12.5-point favorite. Coming off a loss against your Indianapolis Colts. Fosterdamus, let them know.
Denver, big.
Yeah, they're pissed.
Easy one. Atlanta at Arizona. Arizona is a 2.5-point favorite. Gusterdamus, let's go.
Arizona.
ATL, ANTA, GA is where I stay.
All right, looks like Sunday night football is Green Bay at Minnesota. And Green Bay is a 9-point favorite. Minnesota is awful. Freeman now hurt. They don't know who's going to start. Fosterdamus, you're up again.
I
Let's
gotta
go.
go with Green Bay.
Packers all day long.
Time
Yeah,
for
guys.
Monday Night Football.
Bum, 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 bum. Ch-ch-ch-ch.
Seattle at St. Louis. St. Louis is a big home dog. They are without their quarterback Sam Bradford now.
Kellen Clemens, welcome.
Seattle's a 12.5-point favorite. Fosterdamus, what you got?
Lock of the week. Bet your wife, bet your life on the Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle.
All right, take us out of here, boys.
Happy week 8. All the success in the world to you. Make sure you take my picks. We'll get a W. And stay tuned for Saturday morning podcast, 11 a.m. Blog Talk Radio. Peace.
Later.